For this video, I picked 5 expressions that are nearly 100% likely to appear in the next novel that you want or are planning to read. Imagine the motivation of being able to read sentences stress-free because you already learned some of these key expressions beforehand. Okay, let's do it this way. Imagine that you're reading a Japanese novel. How does it look like? It looks like this. The text is supposed to be read from the top to the bottom, and you read it from right to left. Dialogues are inserted between these symbols, which are known as the Japanese quotation marks. Now imagine that you're reading a novel and there are 2 characters, and one of them, the protagonist perhaps, is also narrating the story. I will be showing each expression as in a novel, and I will explain them along the way, okay? 2人でご飯を食べた後、彼女が拗ねて話をしてくれない。僕は仕方なくお願いするような口調で聞いてみた。ねえ、何があったか話してくれない？口調 even though 口 the kanji for mouth usually has a onyomi of ko. Here it's read as ku, kucho, mouth, and the other kanji, which has an idea of rhythm, melody. Together they make up this word that means the tone of voice. お願いするような口調 means that your tone of voice indicates that you're asking for something. お願いだから話してくれない？早く宿題をやりなさいとお母さんが怒った口調で僕を叱った。しかし効果はなかったようだ。彼女はうつむいたまま何も喋ってこない。うつむく refers to the gesture of looking down. The kanji for it is not in the list of the most common kanji, but novels don't really care about that, and it's not rare to see it in kanji without furigana because you are expected to be able to read it. But depending on the book, it might also appear in hiragana. The kanji itself represents the idea of looking down, and it's usually used with negative emotions, like when you are disappointed or when you are embarrassed. Like a small kid looking down in silence because he or she doesn't want to talk to anyone. 何でもするからお願いだから話してくれよ。その言葉に反応し、彼女が上目遣いでこちらを睨んできた。上目遣い refers to the gesture of looking up using your eyes but not moving your head much. It's a type of body language used in a lot of situations when you want someone to have a certain impression of you. It can be used to look cute or to show that you are asking for help, or you want to ask something and you want the person to feel pity for you. 犬は上目遣いで餌をねだってる。本当に何でもいいの？ああ、嫌な予感がする。とりあえず聞くことにした。うん、何でもいいよ。実はここの店のプリンが大好きで、じゅんくんの分も譲ってほしいの。今日疲れて返答に困る。僕もこの店のプリンが大好きだ。今日つく This is a type of reaction that appear a lot in novels. It means taking someone by surprise when they are letting their guard down. or making your move by attacking the weak spot of the other person. It's used more in a passive way, so instead of 今日つく, it's used more as 今日疲れる. The first kanji means hollow or nothingness, but it can also mean inattention or unpreparedness. And つく comes from piercing through, like when a bull attacks you with their horns or something. 部下の遅刻を指摘したら、課長だって昨日も遅刻したじゃないですか。二次基準ですかと言われた。今日疲れて何にも言えなかった。That's how it usually appears. と同時に目の前の人も大好きなのだ。あとはうなずくだけで解決。でもうなずくだけで頭をこんなに重く感じたのは初めて。うん、いいよ。うなずきながらそう言うしかなかった。愛というのはこういうものだ。うなずく the gesture indicating nodding will appear to you either with this kanji or this kanji. The first one is a rare kanji that originally means jaw, and even though it's not in the list of the most common kanji, it is very common in books. And unazuku may also appear in your book with the other one, as this. This one is in the list of the most common kanji and it indicates agreement. So the difference is basically just that if you're nodding in agreement to something or if it's just a general nodding. お母さん、友達の家に泊まってもいい？うん。と言いながらお母さんは気持ちよくうなずいてくれた。二人でご飯を食べた後、彼女が拗ねて話をしてくれない。僕は仕方なくお願いするような口調で聞いてみた。ねえ、何があったか話してくれない？しかし、効果はなかったようだ。彼女はうつむいたまま何も喋ってこない。何でもするから、お願いだから話してくれよ。その言葉に反応し、彼女が上目遣いでこちらを睨んできた。本当に何でもいいの？ああ、嫌な予感がする。とりあえず聞くことにした。うん、何でもいいよ。実は、ここの店のプリンが大好きで、じゅんくんの分も譲ってほしいの。今日疲れて返答に困る。僕もこの店のプリンが大好きだ。と同時に目の前の人も大好きなのだ。あとはうなずくだけで解決。でもうなずくだけで頭をこんなに重く感じたのは初めて。うん、いいよ。うなずきながらそう言うしかなかった。愛というのはこういうものだ。I try to write as close to a real Japanese novel in my experience. And knowing those words beforehand will definitely help you read without having to stop so much. Of course, there are many more words that you need to master in order to be able to read, but that's a topic for another video. And I know that the main topic's over, but before you leave the video, just let me know what did you think and what kind of content would you like to see in the future. And if you didn't yet, subscribe for more tips on how to read Japanese novels and other stuff related to Japanese as well. And be sure to check this other video too with more tips of expressions to read better.